My name is Jacory Odu. I come from a home. I had an older sister at the time, and my dad left my mom, and I grew up, in a broken home. It wasn't the best of homes, but my mom made it work. She always made it work for me and my sister. I got old enough to leave the house, so that's exactly what I did. I wasn't even old enough to start doing the things I was doing, but I started to do them. She tried to bring me up in a church home. I grew up in a church home since I was younger, but one thing about the church that I grew up in, I never actually felt welcome. I started to do a lot of the wrong things, hang around with all the wrong people. I didn't have a good, good leadership role in my life. I never did. Never had anybody that would take control and show me how life was supposed to be. I had people to show me how life they thought was supposed to be. I never had a man older to show me how life was supposed to go. And start to grow up doing the wrong things. Start to grow into a lifestyle that I didn't really want to be in, but I always thought was successful. I was smoking weed, I was smoking cigarettes, peddling drugs, stealing, cheating people out of money all the time. But I never really learned how to do things the correct way. I was with women all the time. I always wanted to have cars, jewelry, clothes. That was my fail-safe. When I started to feel bad, I didn't ever pray. I never talked to God. I always bought something or tried to figure out a way to buy something in order to hide what I was actually feeling. It created a barrier. It calloused my heart in a sense, and I always searched for a way to take the callus off, but I never searched the right way. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. The truck pulled up. The guys were going in the house, and I seen one familiar face of somebody I did wrong before, and they came out of the house. I was arguing with somebody. We were almost getting ready to get into a fight, and all I started to hear was shots. Pow, pow. I pushed a friend of mine out of my way, and that's how I caught this bullet right here to the arm. It's a life-saving bullet in my right arm. Pushed a friend of mine out of the way. I'm laying on the ground. I got shot all these times. First impact, I felt it. The doctor said the first bullet actually shut down my nervous system, so I was unable to feel all the rest of them. But I'm laying on the ground. I started to see the puddles of blood draw up around my bodies, and I just knew that it was it. I started to feel fading. I didn't see any bright lights. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I saw a bright light and Michael or Gabriel, the angel, or the archangel screaming my name. I didn't see any of that. I just felt fading. I didn't see my life flash before my eyes. I felt fading away. When you do things that you're not supposed to, bad things happen. And I died right there on the carport. The only thing I can remember was her saying, he's crying. And that's how they found that I was alive. Without that tear, that I'm pretty sure was sent by God, I would have most likely not been here to tell this story today. Before, when you would have asked me what Jesus Christ dying for me meant, I probably couldn't have answered you. Probably wouldn't have wanted to. That's probably the most powerful thing in my life right now. Jesus Christ dying, not just dying for me, he died on the cross. He took stripes to his back for me. He laid dying on the cross, not saying a mumbling word, not saying, hey, get me down from here, not calling fire and brimstone down on the people that were punishing him. He said, God, forgive them, Father, Abba, forgive them, because they know not what they do. And at that point, when he said that for the times where I would sell drugs and God would allow me grace. He would give me grace and mercy, and I would go back to it like a dog returning to his vomit. He said, forgive him, because he does not know what he's doing. And now I sit here on this lovely black leather chair to tell you that God has forgiven me because of his son, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross for us. Was baptized by a man named John, you know. And today, I want to receive Jesus' baptism.